Hi, YouTube. How are you? I could be better. This morning, I suggested Doug take his kitty to the vet, and he's like, "Well, I only have my bill money," and I'm like, "Well, that's one reason why I'm not gonna get another animal because when things happen, then you have to take care of it." So, good thing he did. He Bobby's thyroid's shut down, his both of his glands. I said make sure you ask her why or what could cause that, so we can try to avoid whatever it could be possibly be, so it doesn't happen again. But they got medication for him, and he's got to go. Doug's got to go pick it up and then go get Bob, and um, I'm sure he was dehydrated because yesterday I made chicken chow mein, but I chopped up a tiny bit of celery with leaf with chicken for him with a little water, and he did eat a little bit of that, but his tongue was stuck to the roof of his mouth, and I had told Doug the day before that he had kind of choked on a piece of tuna. Well, to me, it was like the same symptoms that my cat and my dog had. And it's just weird. But then Bobby did have flea bites and stuff under a collar. And they said, don't use like that heart's collar stuff. Well, I don't know what a person's supposed to do, but because it's made in China and they don't know what's in it. Well, it's like, well, you still have to do something. And then so I'm hoping, I think when they left, they were he said they were shaving his neck, and I think rehydrating him. They tried to get him to drink something and he couldn't. Well, I tried that yesterday too with some chicken broth. I when I was making things, I well, oh, that was what I made him. Yeah, and I took a spoon and got a little bit in his mouth, but he didn't really want to swallow it. So I think something's going on with these little animals. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird, or like all the animals around us right now, you know. But Bobby is let's see, he's going to be 11 in November, or September rather, 30th. And I do believe. Um so he kind of is a senior cat, but not extremely so, you know. It's the same with my dog. She would have been, let's see, 13 a couple days ago on the 17th, a few days back. So, I don't know. It's just very weird, you know. Strange. But from what I can say, and being that they're sending Bobby home, it's just a vet clinic though, and it's not their animal hospital. That is over in Grantsburg, about another 30 miles from us. So that's where I took my dog to have her teeth done over there at the, well, I guess they are a functioning hospital in town, but it's considered a clinic, a part of the vet hospital, so system. So I don't know. Oh, I got an itch on my foot. Excuse me, it's distracting. But yeah, if I get bit by something, it doesn't like heal right away. It drives me terribly crazy. So yeah, I'll ignore it. But yeah, talk about crazy. There's so many crazy things going on in the world. It doesn't boggle the mind, but it's like, wow. Even if you expect it, it's still a big wow, you know? It's really weird. About a half hour before Doug came in, I seen him pull up to the mailbox, and then he was gone for like, 20, 30 minutes or something. And then he came in, and it's like, I don't know, I think he might have even drove around the block. I'm not sure. Or visited a neighbor. I have no idea. But my life is weird like that anyway. But I mean, I don't mind like that, but I don't know. It was strange. And I know it was our car because there's not another one around like it. So, yeah, it's a midnight blue kind of purple underhue metallic PT Cruiser. And yeah, there's hardly any of those around, let alone that color. So, yeah. When they first came out, I wanted a cream colored white. A friend of mine had one. We went to a dealer school together. She had a cream one. They were really cool. Oh, and our sons lived together too for a while. So, yeah, our youngest boy, and they were quite a bit alike in a lot of ways. And they didn't get along because they were too much alike, maybe. I don't know. Nah, because we got along and we were sort of alike too. So it's like, yeah, no, so that's not logical. you know, I'm putting some calamine on as we're talking, or I could hang up. It's like, nah, I'll just talk and be real. So, yeah. Yeah, Bobby had all kinds of stuff to eat. He had milk and salmon and chicken and fresh water, everything his little heart could desire, and he just couldn't eat none of it. And he has a temperature, and so yeah, he was really rough, like just couldn't get comfortable and couldn't sleep, and so I don't know. They gave him, and he's hyperactive too. So that meaning that his heart is stressed because of all the trauma that he's been going through. So it's like, yeah. Well, I know too, even, animals will suffer if you have somebody around that's kind of uh energy thief type of person. Your animals will suffer also. So, yeah, that's a fact. And that is another reason why I won't, here where I live, get another animal, I don't think. And I was considering a dog. Nah, still no. Not doing it. So, yeah. I just, well, I don't work and we live on very little, just Doug's social security right now. So it's like till I get mine, and I think they're going to cut me off anyway. I just have a sneaky feeling, but I will be okay somehow. But I think the economy is going to go out. I think I told you that before. That's just my kind of the way things go in my life. Just me personally, maybe it's not just me, but it seems to be uh a pattern. Now, I know God can interrupt that pattern at any time, and I've sure been praying. I've been praying for miracles, and then when they happen, I try not to um not be grateful when I actually did ask for that, and to try and remember that I asked for it and it did happen. Now, chances are things don't happen like that, but there's some things I'm praying for that if they happen, I'll just know because they're that important like that. So, yeah, Then I'll know. That'd be my sign of Jonah. I thought I'd already seen that, but no. Oh well. I think now I cannot prove this over in the Canary Islands. There's a lot of well-to-do people that are affiliated with those islands off the coast of Africa there, the west coast, and it's very tropical and but it looks like a bomb went off at one point in history. With the replanting of the vegetation, everything seems a little off and not just volcanic. And I just have a sneaky suspicion that something happened there before, and they want to get all the civilians off those islands like they tried in Hawaii to claim that land. Like they're buying out all the farmers and whatever they can do to get the people off the land that they want, because they want to put them all in cities as like confined, and have the country so they can do what they want with the people and the land. And that's just the fact of what they're trying to do, you know, combining as a world as a whole wouldn't be a majorly bad thing, but the religion that they are going to push, like today there was this we don't believe in a satanic church. We don't believe in any deity. And they say, hail their selves and then hail Satan at the end of it. Well, I said, if you don't believe in any deity, who are you hailing? Um, Surely, like, not the creator who created Satan, you know? It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you don't hail anybody, but you're hailing them. I see. They're atheists, meaning they don't believe in any religion, but they have a church. Oh, something something's kind of twisted and regressed about that thinking, you know. It's like, okay, okie dokie. You hail yourself and you hail somebody that can't give you breath. Uh, that's funny. Good luck with that one. Wow. Holy smokes. What a bunch of freaks. Even Satan's not that stupid, you know? He wants the good people to worship him, not the bad ones. It's not that he wants everybody to fall, he wants everybody dead, even the ones that worship him. That's how dumb they are, you know? And yeah, I said it. I'm not picking on any group. This is my opinion. If they think I'm dumb for knowing that there's a God and knowing that Christ is in mankind and his spirit died to come in our blood and work that hard through us, yeah, that's a fact. And even the satanic church knows that, or the so-called illuminated ones. Yeah, right. So, yeah, unbelievable that people could be so gullible, you know. And the thing is too, yeah, that's what I was thinking before I was going to make this video is there's a whole lot less people in the world that aren't going to take their vaccines than there are ones that will. And the ones that will, it's like a lot of the local people. Well, Doug said, well, I see that they raised the wage at McDonald's to like like 19 or $20 an hour. And I was like, yeah, because they're going to force the vax on all their employees, and it's only the people that live in the town um, who abide by the new world order that are going to have those jobs. That's why. So they'll be making good money in their society with the bigger markets and acing out the little people that can actually barter or trade and do everything legally and claim anything over what they're allowed to make and who the and what the and whoever and what, you know, all those questions. So, yeah. I don't think people are going to take too kindly to being told what to do when there's science that's contrary to what they're trying to push. And a lot of their stuff's not only have they been caught in their lies, but there's scientific proof to prove otherwise. And there should be um, I forget when you stop a something from happening. I can't remember what that's called, but right now I might be able to. But the Monograph channel was talking about it too. That injunction, like immediately. And these people, if they cared about us, anybody in Congress, there'd be an injunction on what they're trying to do. There is no bill, and even if there was a law made saying taking away any of our constitutional rights, and whether it be of religion or just pure freedom, nobody's going to tell me what to do. I'm within the law to have to deny anything being put in my body. Those are my laws, God given laws. You know, man, nothing. When it comes between God and man, God wins. So that's just the bottom line on that. So there are people are going to be put in situations that they have to stand up for themselves, you know, in every extreme. I called a lawmaker. We did. I was going to, Doug did. We have not heard back from him. When I see this man in public, I will say that out loud, you know. So, and it's a small town. It's bound to happen because these people don't care about us. That's why. And this guy's a neighbor, you know, not a close neighbor, not like my close ones. I'm pretty sure most of them. There's a couple that are not going to make it out here because they aren't that tough, but we have some really good neighbors that aren't going to roll over and play dead. So, um, and the ones that aren't that tough wouldn't and cannot even. These people cannot even carry on a normal conversation with somebody of strength of mind. You know, they have to use the media, they have to use written publications and memes and organizations to make their point look like it is something, you know, without all the hoopla, it would look like the nothing it is. And then, like the medical professionals that have the voice for the people in that concern, they would have that respect and they would be able to get their words out and help the public. But even that is being sub missed, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I think Bobby's gonna live, but boy, this morning I sure did not think so. And even with him having a fever, it still has to be probably warmer than what Doug would want it. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But our thermostat went out on our stove. We had a water break and it actually literally hit the panel with that in it. So we called to get that replaced. But so I just made a fire in the stove this morning, figuring Bobby was cold because he was cuddled up on a chair and where Doug had like a shirt there, so it looked like he needed to be warmed up. So because even if you have a fever, you don't want to have to fight for your body temperature. Well, we'll see when he gets home. I have the windows cracked too, so we can adjust it like that. I'll just see how comfortable he does look or not, you know. So, yeah, poor little guy. Unbelievable. Yeah. Got one of them outside kitties that's been missing, the one I call Bobby Girl. Haven't seen her for 4 days, but God knows around here and they're wild. I can't catch them, so it's not like I could have took care of her. I feed them and you know worm them and try to keep their fleas off them and as much as I can. But and that's another reason why I won't get another animal because um I feel God made me responsible for these little lives out here already. So, yeah, it's like, what do you do? What would you do? Yeah, I don't know. I know what some people would do, but yeah, ignore it probably. Most people would probably ignore it. So, yeah. And then even if there's people out in the country, if they do throw out scraps for animals, and you have them hanging around and it's in the middle of the winter and you don't feed them, I'm sure there's plenty of those things happening. It's like you either do it or you don't do it. So, and if you keep them fed too, they're not it in the house. If a good mouser won't eat the mouse, and outside, I'm sure if I keep them fed, then maybe we'll have more rabbits come back, and there's pheasants and prairie chickens, grouse, whatever, out there too. So, yeah, that probably will help keep some of them safer, you know. So, it kind of is a win win all around, hopefully. Anyway, yeah, the state of the world. It's pretty crazy, but I don't know, how these fools, and I should normally wouldn't call any normal person a fool, but these are demons, so I'm going to call them fools. Think that they're going to get away with pushing the whole world around and nobody's going to push back. When there's men without food for their families and they don't want to be injected just to be able to support their families, something tells me that um, there's a certain amount of people that wouldn't act as rational as they normally would. So let's pray for them to be able to keep God in their hearts and in their families and protect them all. You know, that's uh that's what's been on my mind, you know, and try to find a way in this world where normal people can help each other without this freak show. It's the end of the freak show, you know. It's time to abolish the freak show and truly be a world together. So I'll leave it on that note. That's probably a good title. Um, I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. I'll keep you posted on Bobby News. Peace, everybody.